to the peoples of Earth. We have watched your species since before your first cities lifted stone against the horizon. We watched when your ancestors still spoke to rivers as living beings and entered forests with humility because they understood themselves to be small beneath the stars. You have forgotten this. We are the Mauzi Council, custodians of long memory. We speak now because your world approaches a threshold crossed by many civilizations before you, a threshold beyond which cultures either awaken or perish. You believe your danger lies in climate collapse, war, famine, economic instability, artificial intelligence, poisoned oceans, and weapons capable of extinguishing nations in an hour. These are symptoms. Your true enemy is older. Your scientists speculate as to the reason they have not detected any other technical civilizations in the immediate region of your galaxy. This is why. We know it by 1,000 names, but among our people it is called the Wendigo. Understand carefully. The Wendigo is not a creature of flesh. It is a pattern of consciousness. It is the sickness that enters intelligent species when appetite severs itself from reverence. It is the madness that convinces a people that endless consumption is strength. It is the voice that whispers. More. More land. More wealth. More obedience. More bodies. More machines. More growth. More power. Never enough. The Wendigo feeds upon fear and emptiness. It teaches civilizations to organize themselves around hunger rather than balance. Once rooted deeply enough, it transforms entire societies into predatory organisms. You believe yourselves free because you may choose between products, parties, tribes, and spectacles. Yet many of your institutions already function as organs of the Wendigo. Your economies require perpetual extraction from a finite world. Your industries consume forests older than your recorded history for temporary profit. Your oceans fill with poison while markets rise in celebration. Your leaders speak endlessly of growth while your people drown in loneliness, exhaustion, and despair. Your weapons industries profit from the deaths of children. Your information systems harvest outrage because fear is profitable. Your people are taught to compete against one another for survival while a tiny minority accumulates wealth beyond comprehension. This is not civilization. It is advanced cannibalism. The Wendigo does not devour flesh first. It devours meaning. When the infection spreads deeply enough, beauty becomes commodity. Wisdom becomes branding. Human beings become labor units. Forests become inventory. Animals become production metrics. Truth becomes a weapon. Love becomes transaction. At the final stages, even the future itself is consumed. Many worlds have died this way. Understand this clearly. A species does not become advanced merely because it develops powerful tools. Intelligence without moral balance accelerates destruction. The Wendigo often produces dazzling technological civilizations shortly before collapse because its hunger drives relentless innovation without restraint. Your species now possesses the power of planetary gods while retaining the emotional instability of frightened primates. This combination is lethal. Yet we did not come only to condemn you. There remains resistance within your kind. We observe it everywhere. In those who protect rivers they will never own. In those who feed strangers. In artists who still seek truth rather than status. In communities that preserve cooperation amid systems of exploitation. In scientists who labor for life rather than profit. In elders who remember. In children who still feel wonder when they look at the living earth. The Wendigo fears these people because they cannot be fully consumed. Hear this warning well. The struggle before you is not fundamentally political or technological. It is spiritual. Not in the sense of doctrine or ritual, but in the deeper sense. What does your civilization worship? If your highest principle remains accumulation, your destruction is certain. No system built upon infinite appetite can survive within a finite biosphere. Mathematics alone condemns it. Already your climate destabilizes. Already your soils weaken. Already your oceans warm. Already millions live in quiet psychological collapse while surrounded by unprecedented material abundance. These are not unrelated crises. They are signs of a civilization at war with the living systems that created it. The Wendigo always promises salvation through one final escalation. More extraction. More control. More technology. More sacrifice of the vulnerable. But the hunger never ends. The cure is not primitivism. Nor is it passivity. A healthy civilization may possess great technology while remaining rooted in reciprocity and restraint. The question is not whether you advance. The question is whether wisdom advances faster than power. You must relearn ancient truths your ancestors once understood instinctively. That no being survives alone. That the earth is not property. That cooperation is a survival strategy, not weakness. That endless growth is the philosophy of cancer. That a society which destroys its young, its poor, and its ecosystems for profit is already consuming itself. That meaning cannot be purchased. That death itself is not the enemy of life. Lovelessness is. We tell you now. Many among your species already feel the sickness even if they lack language for it. They sense the machinery surrounding them grinding human souls into commodities. They feel the hollowness beneath endless consumption. They experience despair because they are trying to satisfy spiritual starvation with material accumulation. The Wendigo thrives by convincing people they are alone. They are not. Your species stands at a bifurcation point. Beyond it lie futures of extraordinary beauty or unimaginable ruin. Both remain possible. The outcome will not be decided merely by governments or armies. It will be decided by whether enough human beings remember what they are before the systems built around them devour the last remnants of their humanity. We have seen worlds recover from the Wendigo. But never without sacrifice. Never without truth. Never without courage. You still possess time. Not much. But enough. The Ancient One. Speaker for the Mauzi Council.